Well, you don't need to turn it up. You need to turn that up as much as you can so you can hear. Yeah, you got to fill out that form.
I just I didn't know how to like double check him. Like the storage and where.
It doesn't tell you anything.
It's like, oh, tell me.
He had to give you his name or does he?
Testing one.
Yeah. All right. More fun.
I did go through these today. I had the originals when we sent the first copies to it, and I had to redo because there was still information left in
On
on,
the old one?
yeah, on this one and this one. Still had the old accounts. So I went and I just changed what I noticed.
Okay.
Who brought me these?
I
Who
didn't
brought me these?
that much old stuff left in it. You took
Thank you.
Jerry, just so you
They're not
know,
from you, are they?
and
And that's what
on this
Are they from you?
executive session here, we are not going to do this one because it's not on
Where
both
are they
the
from?
account
here is where
and
she
the
paid
affiliate form. This needs to be
Lindsay?
on both of them
Why are you guys so
because he paid
terrible?
by 50/50. This is not going to be done tonight. There's going to be no action. We are
Thank
doing
you.
this. Okay? We're going to be doing this. Okay. We're going to have to vote on this with no action. So somebody, I'm going to make a motion. Somebody's going to second, and then we're going to have to vote. Okay?
We're not going to.
We're not doing this.
And not
We're not doing
doing.
that.
So last
Yeah,
time
we are doing the
we
executive
had
session
you
because there's two things on the executive session.
Okay.
with this.
We're doing the executive
Stay
session.
off
We're
of
just
this
not doing
discussion.
A. We will be doing B.
Well, that
Okay.
might be on this,
Somebody requesting one?
consider.
Is somebody requesting one?
Probably. It's all, we're not gonna take anything out of it.
Oh, no, that's up to y'all. I'm not.
No, you don't need, you need.
Well, I can't do it on that, and if they do, somebody else.
If they do, well, I'll just bring it up. We need to have some come together. But anyway, we are not doing A, but we will be doing B, okay?
Okay.
Had court today, huh?
I had today, I had it yesterday, had it on Sunday, I would have had it yesterday. That's the deal, I'm not gonna take
How you
money
doing,
out.
Chief?
Like I've always said, I'm a great
Right.
That's payroll. This was what we did. 20.
Yeah, the white person.
I don't know payroll. I don't know payroll, to be honest with you. I trust them to take care of payroll, correct?
Well, I do too, but I'd like to know
Amanda did get paid $35. So she did, her salary did just bump up. I don't know, that's payroll. We're gonna start this show right at 6 o'clock. I ain't sitting around here to start. Unless the other two don't show up.
we don't have anybody. People moving, the city.
We got more county employees here than we got.
What's that?
He's always trying, you know how Stephen, he pushes.
Oh, I know, he made it.
I'll just put it on there.
Water that goes through, goes into the ground.
Good. Y'all have popcorn at the city council meetings? Oh, great idea. I was like, I sure looked the first city that serves pop. Like, we should have snack bars. No, I appreciate that. But we should have, we should have snack bars at city council meetings. Why not? I mean, what? Oh, no, I just haven't. I thought maybe we had a snack bar at a city council meeting and I was gonna propose that to all these other cities. Because, we're always like getting the munchies during these things. We're taking, right? They go into executive session, we all go have a beer in the back.
Do they have
And, right, what could go wrong at a city council meeting? It's one of those things that we should have, snack bars at council. I'm gonna advocate for that day. We should hold this, just know that when you see all this stuff about snack bars and city council meetings, you inspire us. All right, because I'm gonna put, I want snack. And all.
said, well, you better check your covenant. She's going to divorce me. So she's like, well, you do that. I'll talk to somebody for you.
Yeah, and they should get a copy of the covenants.
No problem.
Okay.
Because they were copies.
Back with that.
What's that? What's that? What's gonna be on Facebook?
We are.
Yeah,
You did the first one, I'll do second.
Everybody but third. I just need to probably check. See if it actually, I know. Receive one from me.
on the one
And I'll
concerning,
replace it.
discussing appointment, hiring appointment, not to be able to do no action. I'm actually gonna make a motion. And it has to be on both, because you get paid by both sides. Why don't you? Both sides get paid. So you want to.
But then it also keeps it in line.
3 minutes.
But it
Feel bad.
keep it right here. You might start doing it. 30 minutes. English legislation. There's also flash passes that several things are loaded. I'm not.
So, well, I have things. They said you had the whole.
Fine.
So,
I don't know.
because if we have it, then they're gonna.
Hold on, don't. Are you talking about the fees? Oh, okay, sorry. Hey, Nick.
Those big holes.
TVs, these aren't on. I just noticed that.
So they are on. This is black.
So is the TV actually on? Okay, thank you.
I don't know. You want me to hit the chair, hang out right here, just so we do this transition?
Well, you're gonna do that part, right?
All standing for one by one, wait.
Lord, we come before you this evening as a group of individuals, as trustees, as concerned citizens. Lord, we pray that you would give us the wisdom and the understanding that we all would leave here tonight, that we bettered the town, that we bettered the citizens that live here. And that's always our goal. Lord, we thank you for your unconditional love that you show us every day. We ask that we thank you for all the blessings that you give us. Most of all, we thank you for your son, Jesus. It's in his name we pray. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to call the word of the meeting of the board of trustees in town of Portrait. Roll call, please.
Nancy Reinhardt, Bob Boatman, Jerry Harris, Steve Klinkenbeard, Mike Sharp.
Item number one, remarks or comments, this is limited to 3 minutes. Item you want to discuss, not on the agenda. Seeing nobody stepping forward, like you want on, number 2, consent agenda.
I'm going to approve the consent agenda, then.
I'll second that. Let me know for the record, Chair made a motion to approve consent agenda. Motion was seconded, roll call please.
Nancy Reinhardt, Bob Boatman, Jerry Harris, Steve Klinkenbeard, Mike Sharp.
Aye. Item number 3, items of business for discussion, decision, and/or take action. Discussion, decision, and/or take action for the consent agenda. There were no. Item B, discussion, decision, and/or take action on Fort Gibson Police Chief Frazier's status report on the tail, excuse me, fatality accident on November 6th.
Start at the top here.
Good evening. So I was asked to do a quick timeline of the fatality hit and run that happened in November of 2025. So on November 6, 2025, at approximately 8 p.m., the Fort Gibson Police Department responded to the area of Highway 80 and 828 Road for a hit and run accident involving a pedestrian. Once on scene, Fort Gibson Police performed life-saving measures on the pedestrian. We immediately broadcast out to all the surrounding agencies. You've heard of a BOLO, that's what a BOLO is, out for a red truck with damage. Fort Gibson Fire arrived and assisted with the victim and assisted later in the crime scene. And then EMS arrived on scene and transported the victim, where the victim was later pronounced deceased at the hospital. So you see there that we worked the crime scene into the early, late hours of November 6th, which the night of the incident. The very next morning, we started getting leads on possible vehicles of interest. We were flooded with calls and messages, among numerous things. So we pursued numerous leads and searched all over, all through the Oklahoma registry, the vehicle registry, for a vehicle that matched evidence left at the scene. Very, very tedious work. Through all those leads and surveillance footage throughout the town, a vehicle of interest was developed. So on the morning of November 15th, 2025, a vehicle of interest was located and seized. The vehicle was placed in a secure facility until a search warrant could be conducted. The driver of the vehicle of interest was Native American. So due to McGurk, the FBI was called in to continue the investigation. The investigation is still active and ongoing with the FBI, and we will not be able to answer any questions due to being a federal case, an ongoing case.
Frazier, I want to thank you for the report.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Any action on the board? No action. 3B. We have one thing on receive discussion, decision, and/or take action. Looking, please keep Frazier status report on employment Christmas.
Okay, once again, I was asked to give a timeline on Officer Talley incident. So Chris Talley, he's been a police officer at this department since May of 2022. On June 11th, 2023, Chris Talley had a mental health emergency, and through his request was taken immediately to seek treatment. Chris Talley received treatment and was off work from June 11th, 2023 to July 7th, 2023. Fort Gibson Police received documentation per our department policy from his treatment provider, releasing Chris Talley and allowing him to come back to work on June 7th, 2023. So he returned back to work on patrol at that time, July 7th, 2023. On August 24th, 2023, Chris Talley was assigned as a school resource officer at Fort Gibson Public Schools. Chris Talley remained at the school as a school resource officer until December 16th of 2025. And on that date, December 6th, 2025, we were made of possible accusations made against Chris Talley. On that same day, immediately, Chris Talley was placed on administrative leave per department policy, and the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation was called in to investigate the allegation. On February 22nd, 2026, OSBI concluded the investigation and sent their findings to the Muskogee County District Attorney's Office, where there will be no charges filed against Chris Talley. Chris Talley has returned to active duty and has been reassigned to internal department duties and is no longer a school resource officer at Fort Gibson Schools.
Thanks for the report.
Yes, sir.
I'll move on to item number 4, Board 2026-009, ordinance, board of trustees for the town of Fort Gibson. We're gonna need. Let's go ahead. Yes. Okay, ordinance 2020, ordinance 2026, that's 009, order of police from town of Fort Gibson, and police administration shall be for again. Chief, or
Mayor, on any of the
line
through, we had
we read back up, 44.001, department created. A, police department is hereby created, shall be headed by chief, appointed by board of trustees, oversight of and supervision of town, of the town administrator. Oversight and supervision of police chief by the town administrator of the administrative purpose only, will not include law enforcement activities or the enforcement of law, policy, flag, or chief, pay a police officer and test approval, conservation, board of trustees. Police chief shall carry out all duties responsible prescribed by law enforcement. He or she shall be authorized to prescribe rules and regulations not inconsistent with other policies, including the town, or duty, or this rule and regulation are made by the chief of police. Or shall law for enforcement of law of the state, ordinances, regulations, crime prevention, protection of life, apprehension of offenders, investigation of crime, and other duties. Five. B, declaration of emergency. Board of trustees have declared the board of emergency. Effective date of well, and immediate passage, order to require that one that one. So. Motion for reason that it's being declared as an emergency. We have to wait 30 days for the ordinance to go into effect. Well, this needs to be in effect immediately because we need somebody to be supervisory capacity, administrator capacity of the police department. So for the record, that's the purpose of this ordinance. Roll call, please.
Nancy Reinhardt, Bob Boatman,
It is.
Jerry Harris, Steve Klinkenbeard,
Aye.
Mike Sharp,
Aye. All right. We have, does anybody have any questions? Sir, about this? You need to make a motion first. Somebody needs to make a motion to second it, and then we'll have discussion. I'll make a motion. I'll second. Good. Bob. And motion. Or this minute, be second that motion. Any further discussion? Just would like the audience to know that, the reason for this ordinance is we are passing this ordinance to bring the police department back under the town administrator position, as it has been for many years. The only reason this ordinance was changed to begin with was because of a previous administrator, that we had that suggested that the board could do this. So we are rescinding that, and we are going to pass the new ordinance. It's a discussion that we wanted you as an audience to know. Another reason we're doing this, as you noted, but we need a fifth trustee to be able to vote on any and all matters. No. Any other discussion?
Nancy Reinhardt, Bob Boatman,
Aye.
Jerry Harris, Steve Klinkenbeard, Mike Sharp.
Mike Shaw. Excuse me. Aye. Gives it. Aye. Item number 3, continuation. D, discuss a decision and or take action regarding on the objectives regarding the safe and transparency of government. Ma'am, will you state your name and your home address?
My name is Amber Jackson. I live at 24761 South 363 Road in Fort Gibson. I actually have 5 separate issues that I want to address today. But first, I want to say thank you for having me and letting me speak today. I really appreciate it. Fort Gibson is my home. It's where I've chosen to raise my children. It's where my daughter Eden grew up. And it's where I believe community would protect its youth. And after everything my family's experienced, I can't stay silent about the concerns that many citizens have regarding safety and transparency and accountability within our town right now. These concerns are not abstract issues. They affect real people, real families, and the safety of our children. Number one is the departure of law enforcement officers. A noticeable number of law enforcement officers left Fort Gibson Police Department during the tenure of Chief Rob Frazier. When multiple officers leave within a short period of time, it raises serious concerns for the entire community. I mean, several residents, including myself, have heard from former officers that they felt more comfortable with directives they believe may have been improper or unlawful. While I cannot verify the internal details of these situations, the pattern of departures raises legitimate questions and deserves clarification. People shouldn't be afraid of retaliation from the chief of police. I myself had concerns before today's issues. When experienced officers leave the department, institutional knowledge is lost. Remaining officers are stretched thin, and community trust can begin to erode. Citizens deserve transparency about why these departures occur and what steps are being taken to ensure the department is operating with integrity and proper oversight. Issue number two, incidents involving children receiving limited public information. As a parent, this issue is deeply personal for me. In September of 2025, my daughter Eden was chased into a Harps grocery store after what appeared to be an attempted abduction. To my knowledge, no public information was ever released about the incident. I was never provided evidence that a full investigation had even been done or a follow-up had even occurred. 2 months later, in November, my daughter was killed, obviously. Everyone knows that she was the victim of a hit and run. No parent should ever have to ask whether there were earlier warning signs that were taken seriously or not. There have been additional incidents involving children in this community that raise concerns about how cases involving the youth are handled and communicated to the public. Recently, 2 students at the high school were struck by a vehicle in an incident involving County Commissioner Ken Doak. According to the accounts, body camera recordings, and responding officials, including Chief Rob Frazier and others present, it appeared to be they treated the situation in a way that many parents would consider deeply troubling. The accident was reportedly attributed solely to the students, and conversations captured on body footage allegedly included joking comments and discussion referencing bribes while the incident was being discussed. There's also concerns regarding the presence of school leadership during this event and the remarks captured in the footage that appeared dismissive toward the seriousness of the situation. Also, placing an officer in the school knowing that they've got mental issues is not the wisest decision for anyone to put their children in that situation. I, as a parent of a child was very, very uneasy to find out that was indeed a situation that should have never happened. When incidents involving children occur, they should be handled with professionalism, transparency, compassion, and accountability. Parents deserve confidence that every incident involving their children will be taken seriously and investigated thoroughly. Number 3, leadership, relationships, and potential conflicts of interest. Collaboration between local leaders is normal and often necessary. However, when relationships between school officials, law enforcement officials, and local governments become so intertwined, citizens begin questioning whether decisions are being made objectively. It becomes a serious concern. When personal relationships appear to outweigh accountability or the rule of law, the public begins to fear that certain individuals may be protected from scrutiny. Situations like this incident involving the students at the high school have only increased those concerns among the residents. In this situation, I believe that Chief Rob has portrayed himself as adultish delinquent, and it makes the officers of the law look the same, and that's egregious. Healthy governance requires independence between agencies, transparency in decision-making, accountability when mistakes occur. Without those safeguards, trust in leadership begins to break down. Item number 4, Highway 80 and the roadway lighting concerns. I have previously had emailed Rob and asked for his assistance on this and asked for copies of the traffic reports because I have been working with ODOT and OG&E trying to get lighting put up on Highway 80. He said that he would help. I never got back from him, so I requested those documents myself. I got them. I'm still in the process of getting that approved for us. Highway 80 and several major roads in Fort Gibson remain poorly lit despite the high posted speed limits and the regular pedestrian activity. Many residents, including myself, have raised concerns that these roads are dangerously dark, particularly at night. Improving lighting and proper speed evaluations are not luxuries. They are preventative safety measures. They are necessities. Proper roadway lighting can reduce nighttime accidents, improve driver reaction time, increase pedestrian visibility, protect teenagers and residents walking or biking on near roadways. No community should wait for a tragedy before addressing preventable safety hazards. And lastly, item number 5, jurisdiction questions in investigations. Another issue that deserves clarification is the question of jurisdiction surrounding my daughter Eden's case. Witnesses at the scene, including myself, reported that there were several minutes of discussion between agencies regarding whose jurisdiction the incident fell under. Despite this, Chief Rob Frazier ultimately assumed control of the investigation. Since that time, I've learned that many matters regarding to that roadway authority, including lighting and speed regulations, must be addressed through Cherokee County jurisdiction. This raises an important question. The roadway falls under Cherokee County authority for safety improvements. Why was the investigation placed solely under Fort Gibson jurisdiction? And why this matters to me, I want to know, is there a connection? Did Rob have a connection to someone? Is there a reason that he insisted on it being pulled to Fort Gibson rather than letting it go to the actual jurisdiction that it should have been in the first place? Families deserve to know that investigations into tragedies involving their loved ones are handled under the proper authority. These questions being raised are not meant to divide this town. They are meant to protect it. They are meant to ensure that Fort Gibson remains a place where parents can trust that their children are safe, the leadership is accountable, and the transparency is valued. Our town is strong enough to ask hard questions, and our children are important enough to demand honest answers. Thank you for your time.
How are you doing today? I haven't gotten the opportunity to meet any of you, but I hope I do soon. I come here to Fort Gibson today. My name is Sean Buckner. I'm here to speak about the serious liability that your police chief, Rob Frazier, brings to this city. Over the past several months, I have spent countless hours speaking with members of this community through my large Facebook following and direct conversations with citizens. I have received overwhelming complaints about Chief Frazier here and the way his department's been run. When you begin to hear the same concerns repeated again and again from different people who've never met each other, it stops sounding like a rumor and it starts sounding like it's a pattern. So tonight, I want to ask this council a very simple question. How well do you know Chief Frazier? Because there are many citizens are standing, there are serious gaps in the picture here. First, we need to talk about the time he spent elected sheriff in Muskogee County. When the people of that county went to the ballot box, they placed their trust in him to serve a full term and fulfill the responsibility of that office. Instead, he walked away from that position before completing the job and for what the voters elected him to do. That raises an important question to this council. Did he abandon his post, or did he come here for other reasons? Either way, it speaks of lack of accountability. If he didn't feel obligated to fulfill his duties as an office that the voters entrusted him to, why would the citizens of Fort Gibson believe that he will uphold a higher standard here? Second, I want to address the deeply concerning issue of Chief Frazier requesting to be directly supervised by a member of the city council. And I applaud you for redacting that or reversing that tonight. I did not know that that was going to happen, so I applaud you for that, because I believe that when a chief goes to a city council member to be supervised, the transparency and the accountability is not going to be held like it would be by administrators. Administrators throughout our entire state, if it's not the mayor, it's going to be the city manager that has the ability to manage his day-to-day operations, and it will hold him more accountable. So I'll bypass that because you guys did a great thing here. Third, we must examine his leadership within the department itself. As Amber Jackson hit on a little bit earlier, there was a lot of people that parted your department under duress. I received all the letters of resignation, and I published them. I don't know if you've all read them, but if you stack them all up together, it looks like there's hostile work environments and poor leadership, and there's just internal dysfunction here that creates liability for you guys as a city or as a town. And so you really need to take a look at when a set of good trained officers leave police chief and what they put in those letters of resignation, it should be alarming to you guys to at least ask questions of why. Um, Fourth, I want to address the concern of the parents, and this is a big thing for me. Chief Razor shown a trouble pattern. It's a trouble pattern we're using the school as a dumping ground for officers that should not be placed there. And I don't know if you all saw the videos of Officer Talley. I don't know the guy. He's probably a really good guy, but he admitted to us that he attempted to commit suicide twice. I don't think it's in anybody's good interest, including the students or the parents or you guys as a town, to put somebody there that's literally unstable. Not just one time, but he admitted twice, and we have that on recording. And if you guys want to see the video, I can definitely forward it to you. You know, it's reckless leadership. If something would have happened in that school, and there's this type of data that's out there that you guys should have known or could have known about, it would put great liability on your students. And so that's one thing that I hope that you guys take away from this and talk about. I want to talk about Eden Farrell. I don't want to discuss that of her tragic death, but the incident that happened at the dollar store where she was ran into that dollar store, that she was harassed by an individual. The cops were called. Everything in that situation happened on camera, and there was no transparency to the parents when they asked. I believe Amber asked this, and there was nothing. And look, I run a large Facebook group, and I get a lot of data in from a lot of your guys' people, and it's overwhelming sometimes to read some of the stories that's going on here. So, you know, I hope you look at that. I really do. I hope you look at that incident of what's going on with your police chief in that capacity of not communicating with the parents or the people that are in the situation to where their kids are being damaged. Sixth, I'm sure you all know about the Commissioner Dokes incident over at the school. It's being struck on the school grounds. Many students believe that or many citizens believe that if it's an ordinary citizen such as myself, we would have been cited or arrested or charged with some kind of crime. Not here. Chief Razor elected not to even write a ticket to this guy. I've got the videos to where they were negotiating deals on the inside of the school after this incident happened for bonds. And so there's favoritism here, guys and gals. There's definitely favoritism here. And I hope you guys really take a look at this because it's stacking up. And where there's smoke, there's fire. And this is stacking up pretty deep on Chief Razor. And so I'm not asking you to fire him. I'm just asking you to look into it. Make your decision. I'm just giving you the evidence. And I have all of your guys' email. And if there's anything that I can provide you to help make decisions, I will be more than happy to forward that to you. That's it. Do you have any questions for me?
Thank you for your help.
Okay. May I add this to the record? Into the, yes, and yes, please.
Leave it with the clerk and we can see if that's acceptable under Oklahoma state law.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, I might make one comment.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I was here when Chief Frazier was hired. Chief Frazier was given a job. Many people have jobs. Even elected officials. Chief Frazier, what I see, don't know about all this stuff.
Sure.
Sure. And, but I 100%, at this time, my knowledge. The other issue will be.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, no, and I,
At this moment, I'm fully endorsed you.
okay, and I understand that, and I believe you're the mayor's service. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. One of the things I do want to convey to the council is that when somebody's elected, especially in a position of trust such as a sheriff, I think it would be important to fulfill that commitment instead of jump ship and leave the voters, you know, at peril. And that's just my opinion. I come from a very strong military background, and so I think that when you take on an obligation, you're obligated to fulfill that. And that's, and that's the only thing that I'm, and I understand that, but I firmly believe that it doesn't make it right. And I appreciate that, and I respect your, no, and I very much, yeah, thank you. Is there anything else? Okay. Sure. Okay. Are you familiar with? Sure. Okay, well, I do have a lot, and I respect that, but do you know the situations that he's caused in Muskogee County as the sheriff there?
I don't know about his, I know Muskogee County and stuff there, but I don't know the particulars, any kind of accusations you might have there.
Wrongful death lawsuits?
7 years old.
Wrongful death lawsuits that are ongoing? Okay.
Came here, I've known him for a long time, I've known his family for a long time.
Okay, I mean, I'm just telling you what I see. And I have your emails.
I'm just telling you the reason we can't tell you, and I'd love to tell everybody what's going on, because people would have a little understanding that they don't, because you can't talk about this stuff, if you know what I mean. Maybe someday we would.
I will forward you all my data. I have all your emails. You can read it, and I appreciate that. That's all I ask. Yep. Hey, thank you guys. Thank you.
Hello. My name's Nick Schaefer. Traditionally do payroll in IT. One of my roles is also tourism. So today, I wanted to talk to you about the 4th of July fireworks show. The 4th of July fireworks show is something that we do every year, but traditionally, or as long as I've been here, that's been a task that's been coordinated by the town administrator. So today, for F, I'm asking, one, does the board want to have a 4th of July fireworks show? And two, do you want me to coordinate that, or do you want to wait for the town administrator to be appointed for them to go forward and take on that task?
Me personally, over the last 2 or 3 years, I've been. Like the rest of y'all, I've gotten positive feedback, a lot of people appreciate and enjoy the fireworks. Now, as far as waiting on the next town administrator, we'll just deal with that then, but not have to. Not that there's a problem, nothing to do with the general life.
Sure, absolutely.
There's a reason.
I, as somebody who's not the town administrator, cannot enter into contracts with anyone, so I really would need directive from you guys to say, hey, you can go forward and seek quotes on this and then come back to us with stuff like that, if that is what you wish.
Well, I think you as tourism, and that's tourism bringing people to watch fireworks show and all that. Amanda, that's the deputy administrator, you work with her. Same as the new administrator. Okay, so nothing should change for you. You just go
Yes,
ahead, man.
you go start. You can gather the information and go to that.
Ever how you want to do it, but.
Okay.
Is.
So I can't proceed forward as long as I go through Amanda for all approvals, is what you're saying.
That is correct.
Good. Okay.
Make sure we understand. Yeah. He said for approval, so I thought,
I said,
well,
Yeah.
you're a gatherer of information.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's gonna go to Amanda, and then it's gonna go there.
Correct, which is,
No different than the way it operates like.
which is what G is about.
Might be waiting about 2 weeks.
So,
I'm just saying.
yeah. This is more presenting you information. If you want to table it or hold off, that's fine.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know, we make a decision.
on G, just some
Just
background on G. This company, the Red Pyrotechnics, this price I quoted was $350 less for this than last year. They are the guys that put on the fireworks competition out in October, just so that you can be familiar with who this company is. The people that we traditionally go for out of California, that guy has retired and sold his business to a place out in Missouri. So that's why we're seeking new local vendors for this, and that's why we're going through Reds. But
These guys are the ones that do stuff out there.
correct, the soccer field in October. Yeah, we packed that place out, but that's kind of all I got on the fireworks show.
Yeah, I think all my life. I'll read 3G, but I don't know. 3G.
Sounds great.
Well, let's.
Okay.
And if it's the board's decision not to take any action on that, I would advise them to do that instead of table. You can put it back on next meeting's agenda.
We need a motion.
Motion. No action. Only motion to.
Let me know for the record, I'll make a motion. No action. So I'll read it out and second that motion. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Nancy Reinhardt, Bob Boatman, Jerry Harris, Steve Blinkenbeard, Mike Sharp.
Item G, discussion decision and or take action regarding red fire quote and $97,500. That's probably pretty much the same thing as F. Again, I'll make the motion. We take no action on 3G. And second that motion. Is there any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Nancy Reinhardt, Bob Boatman, Jerry Harris, Steve Blinkenbeard, Mike Sharp.
Aye. Go take this out. Aye. Item 8, discussion, decision, and or take action regarding the recommendation by the Office Loan Fund Advisory Board for additional funding, in the amount of $38,000 each Old Town Peterlee for purchase of a car.
Nicole, Amanda, and myself, we worked this week on the revising the original mortgage, doing mortgage for that money. And so we got the mortgage papers ready, and my understanding is the board's already approved to the prior that money's going to be used for that.
And so I think tonight, Cody, correct me if I'm wrong, tonight, they just need, if they want to do this, they just need to approve. You issue a check tomorrow underneath the orders that she signed.
Yes.
Correctly stated.
Is that new trailer?
It's 2025, May of 2025, so pretty new. Yeah, pretty new. Okay.
Be noted for the record, I made the motion to approve. Aye. Eight. Is that eight, Bob?
It's age. Make a motion, we approve age.
Then be noted for the record, I made the motion to approve eight as presented, and second that motion. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Nancy Reinhardt, Bob Boatman, Jerry Harris, Steve Blinkenbeard,
Abstain.
Sure.
Aye. Discussion, decision, and or take action regarding purchase order number 26-12356. Need one. 38.
So now this is the PO that has to be approved. It's based on this, yes.
Make a motion on aye.
Then be put for the record, I made the motion to be aye, presented, and second that motion. Is there any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Nancy Reinhardt, Bob Boatman, Jerry Harris, Steve Blinkenbeard,
Abstain.
Mike Sharp.
Aye. Item J, discussion, decision, and or take action regarding the federal bank pledge. Okay. I'm gonna be with.
This will allow us to release the check.
I second that.
He knows for the record that Jerry made a motion, 3J presented, second that motion. There be any further discussion? Seeing none, roll call please.
Nancy Reinhardt, Bob Boatman, Jerry Harris, Steve Blinkenbeard, Mike Sharp.
Aye. Item K, discussion, decision, and take action regarding the unknown easement.
I have, prepared three easements, actually. We got Matthew Properties easement, and on Chapman, I had a question, so I did two. I did one just to the Chapman Family Trust, then I did one with their names. And I figured that Mr. Blankenbeard could check and see which one they want of that. So the easements are figured, just need to get them to the property.
Just the second action. See, I'll make a motion, we take no action on K's.
Bob made a motion. Kelly, and second, look, discussion. Roll call please.
Nancy Reinhardt, Bob Boatman, Jerry Harris, Steve Blinkenbeard, Mike Sharp.
Aye. Item L, discussion, decision, and or take action regarding the recommendation of the planning and zoning commission Decision to approve lot split at 141 North Lee Street.
This is the property that used to be the old, tag office. It's actually on the west side of North Lee at the very end. We have two separate buildings that are on one lot. Planning and zoning looked at it, and, the owner is wanting to sell one of the buildings, but since it's on lot one, it has to be, split. And that's what came before planning and zoning, and planning and zoning, recommended the approval of the lot split. It's coming to the trustees for final.
So the lot and the building was still split.
The lot, the way it's situated there, has two buildings, has two storefronts. And what the planning and zoning was doing was splitting those two storefronts. So you're actually splitting the lot, so it can be sold.
So are the two storefronts joined together? or
Yes,
separate?
yes, they are together by a common firewall. Right. And that's been surveyed off, survey you're looking at, and approved by planning and zoning. Yeah.
Make a motion to approve 4L.
I'll second that.
Nancy Reinhardt, Bob Boatman, Jerry Harris, Steve Blinkenbeard,
Abstain.
Mike Sharp.
Item M, discussion, decision, and or take action regarding reinstating and appointing the Parks and Recreation Board, aligning this board under the department. Before you act, I really.
This is being brought up as an item on the agenda tonight because, Fort Gibson, used to have a, Parks and Recreation Board. For some reason, all the members resigned or quit or whatever, and those positions were never refilled. I think the board realizes that that could be a very, very productive board as far as the town's concerned. To have concerned citizens that want to see us growing parks and recreation for the kids, families. So that's the reason that this item's on. We previously discussed this, and each board member was to come with a couple of names. There again, any board, you like an odd number. So we would like to have 5 to 7 members of the board, and they would work closely with Nick in the tourism department. And I have 2 or 3 that would serve. Do you guys have anybody? Nancy, do you have? Okay, okay. Bob, do you have? Okay, okay. Yeah.
Anybody want volunteer out here with me?
Well, there's a group in town that, has been very proactive on, doing the trail system. Correct me, Stephen, if I'm wrong, the Shoto Pierre Trail. Stevens had a group, and there's a couple of gentlemen on his, work crew, Mr. Horace Lindley here. They've all agreed to be on the board, Parks and Recreation. Marcy, are you willing to, be on there? Yes. Okay. Anybody else in the audience that might be interested in being on that board? Erica, are you interested in being on that board? Okay. Is that 4 or 5? I've got football with Stevens, Horace, that'd be 5.
What's that, 5 years? 10. Sorry.
I have a question. So with several of the other boards, you have to live inside the municipal boundaries. Does that apply for this board? I don't either. I don't know. I've never seen the establishment of this board.
We could, yes, we could put that in.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so we've got Jeff Statch and Dustin Ford. You write this down. Go. Jeff Statch, Dustin Ford, Erica Shaw, Horace Lindley. Right. Okay, I make a motion that we approve it, just if I can get the names. Jeff Statch, Dustin Ford, Erica Shaw, Horace Lindley, Marcy Braxton.
It'll be 6. So you'll need one more. Or you'll need to drop one. Stephen Hill, Erica Shaw.
No.
You're not.
We gotta have somebody to work for it.
Okay, that is fine. Nancy Reinhardt, Al Beckman, Jerry Harris, Steve Blinkenbeard, Mike Sharp.
Item number 5.
Mayor, well, I mean to interrupt. Item number 5 is session. The executive session made the town sign, it did not make the utility sign, and so we're not going to be able to do 5A. And I have an announcement on 5B. 5B is no longer necessary. So the executive session will not be necessary.
No need.
Let's just do it, just do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna make some motion on 5A. And we don't have an executive session. He's gonna set 5A.
Just do 5A and B.
5A and B, then we know it's a session.
Awesome.
Let me know, Director Bob made a motion, he knows executive session. All right. And to second that motion, any further discussion? Oh, please.
Nancy Reinhardt, Bob Boatman, Jerry Harris, Steve Klinkenbeard, Mike Sharp.
Aye. Item 7 then. Administrator.
And those are guys for town, getting ready to start phase 2 of renovations community center. We've already started getting votes, and that should get started pretty quick. That's needed.
I have asked that everything is done by Memorial Day weekend, all the contractors.
Item number 7, any new business? Item number 8, any remarks from the governing official?
I'd like to say that we appreciate everybody's visits, and we encourage you to come, every time we need. Can't make it, we're on live stream, Facebook or YouTube. What's it on, Nick?
We're on Facebook right now, and we've been dealing with some audio issues all meeting long.
Oh,
So
really?
thank you to everyone else who's also streaming, and we'll get better with this over time.
Okay. Because this is only our second try, right?
Yeah, I had the flu 2 weeks ago, so this is our second try at this.
Okay, great. I also would like to echo what Steve had just jumped in. Everybody came, always encouraged participation in these meetings. If you're ever interested, do it on the second, fourth, lunch, 6 o'clock. We do appreciate y'all being. Item number 7 is there a motion to adjourn? Excuse me, I don't know what to tell you. Item number 10 is adjourn. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Well, a lot of things that don't feel well represented. So, but we'll read out that is. I'm on.
How are you, Mike? Yeah. So it goes back to the, like it was originally.
Well, marijuana, it's brings in too much money.
Yes.
All right, snack shop next time. We need the beer and not like the bad beer. We need like the good quality stuff. We need a wide assortment of all lager things like I don't really drink them.
And there is a clause in there, he's got a phone.
Because I gave you two.
He gave me two.
And this is
That's
the
the one
one,
I read.
that's the
I
one
didn't
Larry
read
gave
for
you.
either one of these.
Okay, this is the one Larry gave you.
Did you have this? On the pretty paper? Oh, which one do I need to sign? I guess I need to ask about that. So, I don't want to sign them all at once. This is what I need to sign.
That's the one.
This is what
You wanna take it, you wanna check it?
we trust. That's all.
Well, I'm just saying.
I'll trust.
Sorry.
Are you unhappy?
It's the one that makes.
I had that big thing in there. He had to call me.
Yep.
That's why I didn't write you.
No, yeah, no, when, I just,
Okay,
whatever.
so this is trash.
Correct, that was trash. No, I saw it. So it's, met with a fencing guy for 20 years. This would be perfect. So now it's like,
And I'm. And I, me and Jen and I did that meeting. I was at the morning.
what we're doing.
Well, do that. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, we are thrilled. Yes. Yeah. We, yeah. Jan was the, I was at the yard. Yeah, we're.
Oh, it was presented.
Yeah. My husband talked about bringing popcorn for the show.
I have it with me and ready, it's still rolling.
Already going to make speeches, for the board. Town will give the one, we want to find a 2026, that was all we have on the end. Roll call, please.
Nancy Reinhardt, Bob Boatman, Jerry Harris, Steve Clinkenbeard, Mike Sharp.
Here. More comment. Ain't no, we're gonna move on to item number two, item number two, consent agenda.
I'll make a motion. Consent agenda.
There's been no word, Bob made a motion to approve consent agenda, Jerry seconded that, roll call please.
Nancy Reinhardt, Bob Boatman, Jerry Harris, Steve Clinkenbeard,
Aye.
Mike Sharp.
Aye. Item number three, item of business for discussion, decision, and will take action. Item A, discussion, decision, and will take action regarding items word. Item B, discussion, decision, and will take action regarding open fields and identified.
Make a motion, we approve 3B as presented.
Let it be noted for the record, Steve made a motion for 3B as presented, and second that motion. Is there any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Nancy Reinhardt, Bob Boatman,
Or ayes.
Jerry Harris, Steve Clinkenbeard, Mike Sharp.
Aye. Item number four, administrative report.
So our utility authority yard dog, where they keep all of their equipment and everything, we found some termite damage. So we have called in pest control, which is what you just approved on that OPPO. They seem to have that under control, and we're going to be doing monthly pest control up there as well to mitigate the issue.
How much damage?
It wasn't bad, and they were going in because there was also water damage, which is, I believe, how they found it to begin with. But they came in and drove holes in the ground, and they were pretty confident in the halt of what was done.
That's it for you, Ed?
Five, any business? All right.
Brian, she, is that coming?
Send over the yard, pick it up. Are you gonna do something over there at that? I'm not going to do something. Please, right?
They actually talked about it when we looked into renting, and it was so much more effective to actually buy the piece of equipment that we don't have to rush now. And we can focus on the problem areas.
Brian,
Yes, when we could this afternoon, probably not this week, but the beginning of next week, we will have that out and we'll show the guys how to do it.
Cool. So are you trained on it?
Yeah, I use one of the past.
Good. You know, you usually get a cause and effect by it.
Now you're.
Would you like a couple?
No.
Oh.
We don't have a lot to use.
Item number 7, motion to adjourn.
I'll say.
Adjourn, 11, all in
Sir.
I didn't doodle on your stuff this time.